Welcome to Deep Thought. Take time for yourself. I'm going to tell you what. Take time for yourself, because one of the issues we have in this world now is there's so much clutter. There's so much noise. Like with social media now, it's not like it was when I was young. When I was young, we had, of course, we had TV, but we had like 3 main channels and maybe 2 other channels. We didn't have cable. Cable wasn't as ubiquitous as it is now. And we sure as heck didn't have social media. If you see people around, you can see people got their phones. They sitting down, they looking in their phones. Some people are walking. Unfortunately, some people are driving, looking into their phones. People are busy. Constantly, that's constant noise. That's constant thinking. I'm going to tell you what. Turn off your TV sometime. Turn off your social media sometime. And just sit. Just sit. I mean, it could be a meditation. Or you decide you want to go for a walk. Take time for yourself. Like I said, like where I live, there's a walking path. I see people constantly walking. That's a smart thing. It don't have to be for exercise. It don't have to be for exercise. You just taking some time. Or if you just sitting or meditating or whatever, turn off the phone. Just turn it off. Even if you got some people that usually contact you, say, look, I'm turning off my phone around this time. Or turn off the TV. I don't know how many cable channels there are. I would just say hundreds. Turn that off. Take time for yourself. And even if you say you live in a home with some people, have your space that's to yourself. Have your space. Have your little, if you're a man cave. If you're a lady, you have your little space. I haven't heard the term woman cave, but have that anyway. Have that. You need that. Every person needs to really push out that noise. Because if you really think about it, everything that is hitting us is to get us to maybe buy something, or to get us to support some political agenda or some economic agenda. Like the Days, they put out a lot of stuff. And I mean, some information is good, some is misinformation, purposeful misinformation. Sometimes you gotta quiet down. It's like they're controlling your mind. But you gotta take your mind back. Even if you just, like I say, if you can take an hour, that's good enough in this day and age. At least an hour. If you can take longer than that, boom. You just quiet your mind. Because that's one of the things I've noticed. I'll keep the TV off. I have no idea. There's only a few shows I watch anyway. And one of the things I noticed being on social media, sometimes they had a reel, sometimes you can just keep going. And then I was like, wait a minute. Let me stop that. Let me put the phone over here. Let me let it charge up or something. Let me turn it off. Or if I don't want to get any calls, any texts, or anything like that, I will turn it off. And anybody close to me, I let them know. It's like, hey, I'll get back to you. Anybody close to me. But I'm taking time to myself. Remember, now I've said this on my men's channel, like their best relationship is with themselves. But for any men and women listening, your best relationship is with yourself. You need to quiet that noise. And I do mean noise that's constantly trying to get you to buy something, to follow some political agenda, to think a certain way, because that's what the Days want. But your most important person is yourself. The most important person. You don't need to be online every day. You don't need to be looking at all the social media. Nah. Now, I ain't gonna say don't look at it at all, but take some time for yourself. It could be walking. Like I had mentioned, and I had mentioned this before when I was working on one of my 1,000 jobs when I was living in DC. and I would be coming home. Sometimes I would just sit. I wouldn't go home right away. I would just sit in the park. I would just sit in the park and just pay attention, just kind of decompress. I was taking some time for myself. I wasn't worried about getting home and doing something new, or getting home and, well, we didn't have social media when I was working in the government. But wasn't doing any of that. I'll just sit there and chill. You know, and everybody should do that. You need to relax because you got so many things out here to try to influence you. Indeed, that's why they'll call people on social media influencers. That's why they will pay them to try to get you to buy something, or to get you to follow a certain political path, philosophical path, whatever, to think a certain way. But sometimes turn that off. Turn that off. Even my videos, you can take an hour out. You can check out the video before that hour or after that hour. That's for all of us. Every single one of us. Take some time for yourself. Take some time, because you are the most important person. You have to be in a relationship with yourself. You have to quiet all that noise, because then you can think about stuff. And I'm going to tell you what, on a practical level, you can come up with great ideas when you are just to yourself, because you don't have all these distractions out here. You don't have all of this noise. You can think about the things that you want to do, the things that you want to learn. You can think about your plan. And I'm going to talk about your plan this coming Sunday. But you can think about all of these things. Or not even think. You can sit there and vegetate. You can just sit there and just close your eyes. Usually, I'm going to tell you what, I'll close my eyes. Maybe I'll take a nap or something. Hey, that's time to yourself too. But I'm not going to be like influence always, okay, what's on TV or what's here or there. Like I said, it's a lot of propaganda. And you don't want to be that. You don't want to be too in control of that. The most important person in your life is you. When you look in the mirror, that's the most important person in your life. That's the most important thing coming on. And like I said, you can rest. You can think about something. Let's talk about that for a second, since this is the Deep Thought channel. Think about something for yourself. Think about something on your own. Don't be influenced by all this noise out here, by the people, by what you might find on social media, by what you might find on TV. Sit back and think, okay, what's important for you? What's important for you? What do you want to get into? I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to really focus on that. Take some time for yourself. Like I said, at least an hour. And it could be a few hours, whatever you want to do. You might want to, hey, you know what? You might want to take a day. If you have the ability to do so, take a day. If you can do that and just focus on yourself. Turn off everything. Turn off everything. Focus on what you want to think about. And, and I was going to say reading a book, but then, man, that's another form of propaganda. You reading something. Take some time. Just chill out, all right? So, anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll catch up with y'all next week, all right? But think on this. Think on this. Take time for yourself, all right? Peace and blessings, everyone.